and a bit. We're nearing the end of the show for this evening. It's now time for our Business of Me Personal Finance segment. And our expert for this particular piece is Razael Manikus from Latita Africa. She's sharing advice on how to handle a letter of demand from SARS. We know that it is tax season and some people have received some letter of demand. So if you're one of those people, here's how you should approach it. We know that we just had the tax season, and of course there are people that are going to receive a letter of demand from the Revenue Service. Tell us, what is it and how is it different from other reminders or notifications taxpayers might receive?
So a letter of demand is a formal legal notice that SARS is telling you that they believe that you owe them tax. So it's literally just that. And it's different from all the others because they would have reached out to you via, email, SMSs, or on your e-filing. But now SARS is saying, this is the final time that we are talking before we start actioning.
That is quite scary. Now, many people reportedly only realize they've received this letter when their bank accounts are frozen or their salaries are garnished. Tell us, why does this happen and how can taxpayers stay ahead of such surprises?
So yes, that is definitely a big thing, people only realizing later. But how people can get ahead of it is by logging into e-filing regularly. When you change your phone number or using a different email address, that you actually update that on the e-filing system so that you can be abreast of any sort of, information that SARS is giving you in real time.
If someone has received a letter of demand, what are some of the steps they should take within the 10 business day window to avoid legal or financial consequences?
The first step would be to contact SARS and ask SARS and say, look, I see that there's a letter of demand. I see that I owe you money. Please, can you give me time to work through it? Can I have a suspension of payment? And SARS will actually be nice enough to give you a window, a period, that says, okay, we'll do a suspension of payment. Please, can you give us the supporting documents? So they'll tell you exactly what they're looking for, and you just need to provide that. And then you will see for real, do you owe SARS or not?
A lot of people are scared of the South African Revenue Service. Are there flexible solutions that are available?
Yes. I think the biggest problem here is people not knowing that. And that is why the fear comes in. But SARS, can be quite reasonable, and they do have different types of solutions. You can do, like I said, a suspension of payment. You can pay off your debt as well. You can, do a compromise with SARS. So there are actually a lot of remedies should you be in a situation that you don't know what to do. It's not just a pay up or else.
And then in closing, if a taxpayer genuinely believes that SARS has made a mistake, and I know a lot of people do, maybe they feel that there's a data mismatch or a reversed refund, what is the process for lodging a formal objection, and what key documents should they have ready?
It would differ from taxpayer to taxpayer, but the first thing would be to say to SARS, I don't really agree with this assessment that you have given me. And you can even ask, what documentation do you require? Because like I said, every situation will be different, and SARS will require a different thing from each person. From companies, it will be VAT schedules. What do your assets look like? What are your financial statements? From an individual, it will be what are your incomes? What is your medical bills? What are your expenses? So it really is important to get hold of SARS or, go to a tax practitioner to get hold of SARS and ask what is it that you require, and then put those supporting documents together to give it to them.
Jy luister na die OFM Sake Uur met Ole Bocheng.
Thank you so much, Razael. She is from Latita Africa. That wraps up the business hour for this evening. Thank you so much to our